Against the backdrop of a raging COVID epidemic and a quite visceral Black Lives Matter movement, Abroad While Black was born. Our goal was to highlight Black perspectives from all over the world. It was our way of proving there are other ways to live, other places to be successful, and different cultures that embrace our Blackness. In 2020, the Abroad While Black team created dozens of responsive hot takes and thoughtful interviews covering topics ranging from current events, business opportunities, dating, and life-changing moments. In 2021, our co-hosts Cordy and Sean aim to share more success stories, more productive introspection, and most importantly, how to relocate to a place that truly values what you offer the world. Abroad While Black is more than a show. This is a social experiment hell-bent on discovering new ways to secure the bag and live our best lives. Join the Abroad While Black squad. So I'm just going through some of the questions here. So one of the things that really stuck out to me is that you're born and raised Nigerian, been here, lived here, and then amazingly enough, somehow you find yourself in the dream that I find so many Nigerians, even when I was in Ghana, going to the immigration office, seeing this long line. But you managed to snag not only a way to the U.S., but at a high level at one of the what is it, the Big Four, Big Three? Big Four, yeah, with Ernst & Young. How did you, of all the millions of people trying to break that barrier, how were you able to do that?
Wow, that's a very, very, very powerful question, and it's just, it's a bunch of things. So first of all, I never really anticipated or expected that I would live in the U.S.
Okay.
I've always wanted to live here. I feel like I have a bunch of things, I felt like I had a bunch of things here in place that would make, success easier to attain.
Okay.
Right? So I was focused on building a career here, but then, I was working in a bank here, earning a good salary. I had consulting experience, but in the role that I was in the bank, I was the head of performance management. I realized that my career progression was not going to be as quick as my ambition, wanted it to be. So I was unsettled. Okay. And then I started to, think about what else I could do. First of all, I need to let you guys know, KB, I'm a very spiritual guy. I believe in God.
Okay.
And so I prayed about, hey God, I don't feel like this role I'm in right now is what you call me to be. I feel there's more. What do you want me to do? And he kept saying, I need to go to the US. And I'm like, I don't know anyone in the US.
Okay.
Right? I did school in the US. I don't have US education. I have nothing. Why? What would I be doing in the US? And he kept saying, go. I'll take care of you.
Okay.
Right? So I came home, told my wife that, said, you know what? Take time off work. Go to the US for 3 months. Find a job. If you don't find a job by the end of the 3rd month, we will stay in Nigeria. But if you do, that's a sign that God said, leave.
Gotcha.
And so she took time off work. I wasn't working. She traveled. I was home alone.
Flyers are crazy. This is so cliche.
Yeah. So those are things you can get used to here. So nothing big. So she went to the U.S. and the miracle happened, right? After several rejections, because she wasn't a citizen and the H-1B was about to expire, so no one wanted to take the chance. Because if they even file for residency for you and it's denied, they lost a lot of money investing in you.
Okay.
Right? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So
it's a risk they don't have to take.
It's a risk they don't have to take because they can find exactly.
Gotcha. Okay.
So she literally signed an offer letter with EY at the airport on her way to Nigeria.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
Coming into the US market was very difficult because all the places I applied to, all I kept hearing is, are you authorized to work? No. Do you have US education? No. Do you have US experience? No. So, but I didn't lose faith. So, the first thing I did was to do some professional service and professional examinations. So certifications. I did the SPHR, which is the #1 HR certification in the US, and then did the SHR and SCP, which is another equivalent top HR certification. So I had both of them on my resume, in addition to my experience. Put my resume together. I looked at roles that I wanted, and I tailored my resume to suit some of those roles, and then I tweaked my experience to make sure I had a resume for different roles, right? So one of the things people need to think about when coming to the US is don't have one resume for every job application you want to put in, right? Specify if you want to do something that you've done before. Highlight, have a resume specifying all the great things you did in that field, and then if it's something different, you tweak your resume, right? So
the things that are relevant to what they're looking for.
Exactly.
Gotcha.